Good morning, y'all. Old Hippie here. Thought I'd share a little bit of recipe I've kind of picked up over the last few weeks. It's a good copy for some Indian fry bread. Pretty simple to do. Anybody can do it. Anyway, hang with me. We'll get started here in just a minute. I'll show you the steps you need to follow. Hope I show you something that brings some enjoyment. Anyway, give me a big old thumbs up and like and subscribe if you enjoying the content. We'll be back here in just a second. Alright, here's a few things you're gonna need. Make do with what you got if you ain't got what I'm using here. First thing here is a relatively clean grocery bag. A can of the cheapest Wop biscuits you can find. Why you call them Wop biscuits? Well, you take that little label off and you whop them against the side of the counter and they go pop, scare the heck out of you, but that's a Wop biscuit. You're gonna need something to roll that biscuit out with. I use a rolling pin, but you can use old wine bottle, whatever. Here's a few more things. If I can get it over here without my stuff rolling off the cabinet. You're gonna need skillet. I've got maybe a quarter of an inch of vegetable oil in there. Got me a plate over there with some napkins to take the bread up on. I got a pair of tongs and a fork. That little orange thing you see there, it's a valuable tool. You can get by without it, but it sure does make your life simpler. It's an infrared thermometer, and I use it to check my oil. Get the temperature up about 360 before you ever put your bread in. Anyway, the first thing you want to do, even before you start rolling out your biscuits, get this oil heating up. Doesn't take a whole long, but it's not going to take real long to get these biscuits rolled out. I set mine here at about medium. Turn this a little more light on the subject here. There we go. Put down there and make sure you got it centered. That's good. Alright, while that's going on, let's move back over to the work table here. Get the camera set where maybe you can see what I'm doing. Sorry about the shaking. Still working with a new tripod. It's lightweight, but a lot easier than trying to hold it. Alright. First thing we need to do is get these biscuits out of the can. I can do it without scaring myself. There we go. Come on now. Do right. What? Pull you one of them old biscuits out of there. Get that out of your way. Now the grocery bag I was talking about keeps mess to a minimum. Makes this a real easy job. You see what I'm doing here? I'm putting that biscuit inside the bag. I'm going to take that there. That's good. We'll let that sit right there until we get this oil up to temp. Okay, you've got this step, so I'm going to get this camera moved back over. And I'm only going to do one to show you how it comes out. Ain't no need you see me repetitively do this. I'm not going to do but about 3 or 4. It'll be plenty for me and the dog. Let me get this camera back over to the oil and we'll start keeping an eye on the temperature here. Alright, we got her going there. I know it's a long ways off, and I'm going to go ahead and check it. See, we ain't but about 110 degrees right now. I could turn that way up and get it up there quick, but then it doesn't cool down quick. So if you bring it up gently and keep watching this, and you can put your hand over the top of it, feel of it. When it starts getting right, you'll know. You can also take a little piece of that biscuit and drop in there if you want to check it if you don't have a thermometer. These are not expensive. I think this comes from Harbor Freight. Anyway, I'll get you back on when we get up to temp. Y'all hang with me. This is going to be good, y'all. Simple to do, too. Okay, this oil's getting pretty close. I hadn't put the temp to it. I'm fixing to. But if you look close, you kind of start to see it's getting a little shimmer to it. I can also put my hand over the top of it. I feel pretty good warmth right there. Let's give her a check. All right, we're at 347. Here you got to watch it. When it hits that temp, anywhere from 320, 330 up, it's gonna climb to that 360 mark pretty quick. You can go a little over, you can go a little under. I've done them at 350, but that 360 mark is spot on for these not being greasy. I'm trusting you. You got to trust me on this. See, I kind of see it dancing there. That 360 will get them done. We're at 363. All right, let me see if I can get this over here. See what I'm doing. All I'm doing is pulling this plastic back. I'm going to reach in here and grab that thing. Peel it out of there. And we're going to gently, come out of there, you rascal. There we go. We're going to gently lay that in that oil away from us. It'll start poofing up a little bit. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. What I'm watching for now here, you can see it's already floating, moving around. There's no need to mess with it. Watch your edges. When you start seeing some browning going on, it'll happen pretty quick. You just get you a fork or a set of tongs and flip it over. It won't take but a couple minutes on each side and it's ready. We're only going to do this one on camera. And I'll pull my best friend in here and we're going to give it a little taste test before we finish them up. I can tell you this, those biscuits, what we don't use today, you can put them in a Ziploc and put them in a crisper. They'll stay in there a week or two without any problem. You can cook them as you need them. Good tips for those who are living by themselves. And I've learned, I used to think, well, I'll go ahead and get them all done today. Eat them through the week because they're good cold. That's a bad mistake. If I cook 8 biscuits, I'll eat 8 biscuits. Then I'll be miserable. I don't need to add any more weight because I'm starting to see a little bit of browning around the edges. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You can kind of lift it up and look. Yeah, looks like it's ready. Well, let's do it like this. Perfect. Perfect. Again, it don't take just a couple more minutes. Now look, there's no flavoring or nothing on this except for the butter chips that they got in the biscuit itself. It smells awesome in here. That's what you're looking for right there. And I'm going to flip it over on that back side and press down just a tad to get that little white spot that we've seen in there. A little color to it. Now these are going to be super crisp on the outside, but they're still gummy feeling on the inside. I love that texture. If you like them better than that, then maybe reduce your oil temperature and cook them longer. I like them coming out quick like they are right now. Now, there's so many, how you moron. There's so many things you can do with this. I'm going to fry a couple of these up and then make an omelet and use them for a side. But you can also, at this point right here, sprinkle them with some powdered sugar and drizzle a little honey or something over there. Man, you talk about something that's good and sweet. All right, we're going to let that cool a minute. I'm going to go ahead and turn this fire off so I don't want it to burn. That'll be fine until I get ready to finish cooking. Let me get set up here, let that cool a minute, and I'm going to get my buddy in here, and we're going to test this thing out. still a little bit warm. When you through this thing here, everybody's got a closet full of them. Pull it away. You'll also notice you don't have to wash that. It's clean. It ain't touched that biscuit. All it's touched is plastic. Poppy. Poppy. Oh, yeah. Come here, buddy. Come here, Dad's got a piece of fry bread for you. Come here, let's test this thing out. Come on. Sit pretty for Daddy. Sit pretty. Good boy. Come over here and get you some of that. It meets Poppy's approval. Now let's see if it meets my approval. I know it will. I'm gonna tell you, it don't need nothing, just eating. But it's versatile. You can also use them to make tacos. You can put stuff inside them and fold them over. They're pliable enough to do that. Look. Come here, little buddy. He had to come back for seconds. Anyway, I hope I taught you something. Pardon the chomping and the chewing, but it's addictive. Hope you learned something. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next go round. God bless.